The love bombing is where a narcissistic individual gets you. Now, a narcissist can love bomb a new partner. They can love bomb an old partner. They can love bomb a child. They can love bomb a parent. They can love bomb a co-worker, a boss, a friend, a cousin. Anyone that they're looking to get their needs met by. A narcissistic parent can swoop in, pick their children up, take them out shopping, spoil them rotten. And then when the child says something the narcissistic parent doesn't like, the switch just flicks and they'll just dump the child off, ignore the child for weeks on end. They find a way to manipulate, to blame the child so that the child believes they're the issue and needs to work harder next time mummy or daddy decide to put an appearance in. They love bomb their partners until they're no longer getting their needs met, and then they devalue them. When a narcissist is love bombing, it can feel like a fairy tale. It can feel like it's too good to be true, but it's actually manipulation in disguise. The thing about love bombing is they make you feel so incredibly special. Why wouldn't you want to spend time around them? And that's without the release of the dopamine and oxytocin and endorphins into your brain, because you feel so good about them, which starts creating that trauma bond to them. Narcissistic individuals will offer intense flattery. They will tell you how amazing you look, how perfect you are, how you're their soulmate, how you're unlike anyone else they've ever met. And they usually do it within a matter of days of meeting. There's no slow burn with a narcissist. They swoop in quick like a bird of prey catching its target. They come on strong. There can be the constant contact. They text you, they call you non-stop, and they make you feel guilty if you don't respond instantly. They can simply act worried or concerned or offended, because most people know if you message someone, you're fine if they don't really respond straight away. However, you can have that day where you just think, oh, I hope everything's okay. And you might just send, hey, you okay? They respond yes or well. But you just have that feeling, so you just message. So because this can happen now and again, when a narcissistic individual does it repeatedly, you think they're concerned, that they care. They want to be in your head 24/7. They do not want to allow you to have any breathing time. If you go out with friends, this is when they're going to up their level of messages to make sure you know that they're still present. They rush commitments. A narcissistic individual will stop over on the first night if they can and then never leave. You find that they just move in without even having a conversation about it. They push for labels early on. They talk about marriage and children, usually on the first date or before you've even had time to think. They rush commitment. And then they have those over-the-top gestures, the gifts, the trips, the surprises, all designed to absolutely overwhelm you, so you feel like you simply cannot say no to them. Narcissists hook you quite easily because they mirror you. Psychologically speaking, we're all capable of mirroring somebody. We're all capable of talking to someone, and if you pay attention, you can fold your arms and then notice that they've folded their arms, or someone's got their foot at a certain angle, and if you pay attention, you've got your foot. And it's not to manipulate, it's just to build a rapport. With a narcissist, they will get to know everything they need to know about you, your hopes, your dreams, your hobbies, your values, your beliefs. And they will match them like for like. Everything you love, they love too. Everything you hate, they also happen to hate. They pretend to share your interests, your dreams, your values, to create that instant connection, so you really genuinely feel like you've met someone that truly understands you, and you can truly understand them, and you can really get on with this person. You can really gel with this person. And that's with the flattery, the constant contact, the rushing commitment, the over-the-top gestures. You get sort of swept along in this whirlwind, knowing that something feels off, but they're not actually doing anything wrong that you can call out. So it's difficult to step away from. And then, of course, the trauma bond is being created within the mind. Narcissists will then go all out to isolate you. They slowly pull you away from your friends and family so that they become your entire world. They can do this subtly. So, for example, if you're going out with friends, they'll make sure they're messaging you constantly while you're there. They can offer to drop you off. They can offer to pick you up. And it seems sweet, but it's not when it's coming from a narcissistic individual. They can claim that they don't trust that friend of yours, or your family members interfere too much. With children, narcissistic individuals will devalue all other people in that child's life to the child and create that doubt within the child, so that the child looks towards the narcissist for love and support. And then they have those mood switches. We can all have mood changes. It's about taking responsibility, knowing that we're not having one of the best of days, not blaming other people, trying not to take it out on other people. With narcissists, once you're hooked, it's not just a mood switch. Their affection suddenly disappears. They stop with the flattery, their constant contact. They suddenly start falling silent on you. They suddenly ghost you for 48 hours, and you're wondering where this perfect person you met has disappeared to. They're the masters of manipulation. They sell you an illusion of who you would like them to be. And then once they've got what they wanted from you, they disappear on you. You're constantly left chasing that first high as the cortisol hits and it hurts. When it comes to dealing with narcissistic individuals, it's about recognizing the patterns and the behavior early on so that you don't get sucked in. It's about taking things slow and getting to know people for who they are and not who they sell themselves to be, because we can all put our best face forward when meeting new people. If anyone has any thoughts on this video, please do add those into the comments for people reading through. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers and your continued support with the channel. It's greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about narcissistic behaviours to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with within your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you understand and overcome narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. If you are looking for further help and support in understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have several online guides available, and those teachable links are in the video description. If you're looking for someone to speak to, I have partnered with BetterHelp and their sponsored link is in the video description. I do also have several one-to-one slots available. If you're looking for further reading on narcissistic and emotional abuse, I have several books out on Amazon. How to create boundaries around those who have no respect for your boundaries, such as narcissistic individuals. A Narcissists Handbook, the ultimate guide to understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, which is all about the 9 criteria, the games, the tactics they use, and narcissistic abuse negatively impacts your life, things such as trauma bonding and PTSD, and how to handle them, such as grey rock and no contact. There's Healing from Narcissistic Abuse, a guided journal for empowerment and recovery. This is a guided journal, so it's mainly writing. Then there is 15 rules to deal with narcissistic people, how to stay sane and break the chain, such as the rule less is more, and the novel Behind the Mask, The Rise of the Narcissist. If anyone is interested in any of those, they are all available on Amazon. Thank you very much for watching. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.